Tuesday night, President Donald Trump makes his first address before a joint session of Congress. Tonight, a little more history made at the White House, a first for any administration, as the Trump team invited about a dozen local TV journalists from around the country to a private dinner and conversation with the President of the United States in the state dining room. That conversation covered a wide range of topics. Their stated goal to reach out to local TV news. They believe Trump supporters, Trump voters, are watching local TV and not the networks to get their news. And as they called this, an attempt to break down barriers. Their words tonight. The conversation covered more than a dozen topics. Much of it was off the record. I can report the president's speech to Congress will, in his words, not be a dark one. He said, quote, "We have tremendous problems, the deficit, the Middle East, North Korea, but if it's managed right, we have tremendous potential." The president also called North Korea, which has been testing missiles in a provocation, apparently, of the new administration. He called North Korea a world menace that has to be dealt with quickly. He also called Obamacare too broken to fix. He said we will come up with something very much better, more popular, less expensive, something that everyone will like. He also indicated he still believes that the Affordable Care Act as a system is imploding. Again, his words. And the president also indicated he will not touch Social Security as he makes the proposed budget cuts that will be in the speech Tuesday night. He pointed out to all of us around the table what he is doing now through his legislative agenda and through the executive orders is basically keeping his campaign promises, something he said he wanted to do. Now, the conversation was very wide-ranging. Russia was talked about, the investigation into Russian involvement in the U.S. election, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, military contracts, making deals, whether he likes the job. All kinds of topics were discussed. Also in attendance tonight was Reince Priebus, the chief of staff, White House press spokesperson Sean Spicer, also special counsel Kellyanne Conway. Mike Pence, the vice president, also made an appearance tonight and did a meet and greet with us before the president's arrival with the First Lady. First Lady Melania Trump made her way around the table, spoke with everyone before retiring to the private residence. The president also told me personally that the First Lady will be accompanying him to Mar-a-Lago, to Palm Beach this coming weekend. But again, some history made tonight as the president did something no president has done before in meeting with local press for a very private, intimate dinner to talk about details not only of his agenda, but the world at large. It's something they do with the networks, and they will have a lunch tomorrow, traditionally with the networks. But this was a first for local TV. And there was a clear indication as well from the president that that speech for Tuesday night is still a work in progress. I'll be here to cover that speech for you from the Capitol. For now, I'm Todd McDermott in Washington, D.C. at the White House.